Welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric. Now today, it is a little bit breezy, a little bit chilly. The sun is going, so there may be some lighting issues. But you know what? The show must go on. So without further ado, craft beer review number 200. We have Furphy? Man, alright. I guess someone wanted... Maybe there's already a Murphy, so they're like, alright, we'll have to name it Furphy. I don't know what... Furphys! Never heard of it, only just seen it now. Picked this up probably a week ago or something. It's just been sitting in the fridge. It was one of those ones that you... that you see at the counter for a cheap price, and then you're wondering why. Is it expired? All that kind of jazz. Now, it does say... Oh, here we go. There, you don't have to look on the can or anything. Best before the 18th of this month, 2025. Alright, fun fact, when I looked at this, I seen 1809-25, and I thought, what? Expired months ago? Because I've just been making reels and shorts, putting the date as the 5th, the 11th. Don't know why I was thinking September's the 11th month. I don't know what's going on there. Mind blank moment. So there you go, glimpse into the future. Anyways, we're gonna grab one out and we're gonna try one. So this was $13. Alrighties. So reduced from $24.50. Would I have paid $24.50 for a 6-pack of beer? Probably not. With these kind of lagers and all that, I'm always looking for the bargains. You know, you're not really gonna pay top dollar for your lagers. You pay top dollar for your craft beer, but that's about it. Alrighty, let me show you the can. And now, it is 1.3 standard drink, so I don't know what that is. 4.3%. Now, Furphys in a 375ml can, 4.4%. Sorry, it's right there. I couldn't find it before. Refreshing Ale. Alright. There you go. 100% Victorian hops and malt, born in Geelong. I know Geelong. Not personally, but because there's greyhound races at Geelong, and so we know Geelong. And there is an AFL team, Geelong Cats. They often do win, so I'm picturing you'd probably want to add them into your multi-bet if you are choosing to gamble. There you go. Alright, brewed and canned around Australia in carbon-neutral breweries by or for Lion Beer, Spirits and Wine. Alrighties. You know what? Find out more about it at furphybeer.com.au. There you go. Let's just get it open. My apologies if there's those breezy wind sounds. Alright, here we go. Trusty headmaster glass. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Look at that, eh? Professional or what? Furphys. Alright. Now, that is well carbonated, but slow, kind of slow big bubbles though. Now, the head, lovely head, due to the professional pour. It is tight, compact bubbles at least. I mean, I want to show you the top, but it's going to spill. That head, it will definitely stay, so plus on that one. The colour is kind of dark. I mean, not too dark. It is a little bit above your, you know, your yellow hay kind of vibes. It's not going towards like amber yet too much, but it is heading towards like a light orange, if that makes sense. Alright, you know what? Let's just have a nose and let's have a taste. And like I said, my apologies for the wind sounds. Maybe I should totally grab something to block off that part. Maybe I should just move it across. There we go. That should stop some wind sounds, I think. Alright, here we go, on the nose. Yeah, right, your typical beer notes, your maltiness, that biscuity note. I'm not really picking up much though. You know, you're not getting any dominant fruity or, you know, anything like that. Nah, you know what? It's a typical beer note. There you go. If you want to experience something that is just like everything else that you'd probably normally want to drink at the pub, maybe this is that one. But you know what? Let's have a taste and find out if it is that one. Here we go. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, that's not bad. Very easy drinking. Not like crisp per se. Bitter, but it's not overly bitter at all. It's actually the right amount of bitterness for this style of beer, I guess. You know what? No off-putting notes. You know, when you're picturing some beers, sometimes you know you export. You know, you might get like a funky kind of note there, but no, nothing here like that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying so hard to pick out something right now, and I am finding it very difficult. I wonder how the professionals would review this one. I am getting Victorian hops. I can't personally say I've actually grabbed some Victorian hops or, you know, or anything like that. Oh my goodness. Or Victorian malts. Just to be like, oh yes, I'm getting that Victorian hops coming through, eh? But you know what, let's have another sip. Who's tried it? Let me know in the comments. That's not bad. I mean, it's not like you know, like sometimes it's real soda watery, stinging carbonation. Nothing like that. You can almost say it's kind of creamy, kind of borderline oily. Very easy drinking, that's for sure. Honestly, I rate that. There you go. I mean, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. There you go. I don't like to give ratings. Honestly, ratings and all that kind of stuff is what jacks up the prices in whiskey and all that kind of jazz. But I guess as someone that watches, you know, reviews and stuff, you kind of do want to get a rough gauge of if someone thinks it's really awesome or not. But honestly, I think this is pretty awesome. For the price, I mean, $13 reduced from $24.50. Born in Geelong, so there you go. Now, honestly, it just reminds me of like drinking a Carlton. Like a draft. No, not like a draft. Maybe heading towards a dry, but not too dryish. I mean, it is produced by the Lion Group, so they do produce a lot of beers. I cannot think of, you know, the beers right now off the top of my head. You know, normal folks would have probably written down a list just to be like, oh yes, the Lion Group produces beers such like... Let me know in the comments, what other beers does the Lion Group produce? See, look, the head is still there. Look at the lacing. So the aesthetics, everything else is doing its job well. Carbonation's still there. I mean, it's not bad, guys. Not bad at all. You know what? Cheers, everyone. Drink responsibly unless you are testing the chuggability, which is what we're going to do right now. So here we go. Cheers, everyone. that's a 10 out of 10 on the chuggability scale. Honestly, a little bit of a slight stinging carbonation right on the end. You know, normally that starts to occur a whole lot earlier when you're trying to do this. Honestly, like the first sip, I was like, you know what? This is not a bad beer. It's actually very easy drinking, very approachable, nothing too challenging. Everything you probably want in a beer, like as in if you're an everyday kind of beer drinker, you love your beers at the pub, you're not into your craft beers, then this is one of those ones that doesn't have any of those random challenging flavors. Honestly, everything that you'd probably want in a beer. Not too bitter, not too sweet, just right. Carbonation was just right. Honestly, not bad. There you go. You know what? Still got some left. Here we go. Oh, man. Yeah, there you go. Oh, before I end this, I didn't read the back for you. Here we go. Refreshing Ale. Bit late. Long before Furphys went tall stories, it meant water tanks made by the Furphy family of Shepparton. To pay our respects to the Furphy family services to Victorian refreshment, we named this beer made with 100% Victorian hops and malt after them. True story. Furphys, subtle balance of hops and malt with a slightly dry finish, offers true refreshment. There you go. What did I say? It's slightly dry, you know, like slightly carbonation or sting on the very end, but overall it is pretty balanced. Yeah, you know, you are getting the bitterness in the hops, obviously not like a craft beer, you know, citrusy, fruity kind of hops, but yeah, everyday kind of, you know, beers at the pub type of bitterness hops. And yeah, the slight malty, biscuity vibes in there. Yeah, you know what? Not bad, not bad. There you go. Definitely give them a try. Here you go, guys. I'm going to be repeating myself now. Not bad, guys. Good bit of story, hey? It's all about the history and the story. Anyways, we're going to finish this. Much love to you all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've tried this. Do you enjoy this? Much love all. Happy Saturday. Have a good weekend, everyone. Cheers all. Wonder if Panthers is winning. Honestly, that is not bad, guys. Not bad at all. Anyways, lasers all.